It's Central Valley Business. I am your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Jesalyn May Harper, author. And let's talk about first your novel that's out, and we're going to move forward from there.
Absolutely.
So, again, your novel is a urban fantasy.
Yes.
And it's entitled?
Fabled Desires.
Fabled Desires. You know, I don't think I asked, you were on the show once before, but I don't think you're your lead character in the book.
Yes.
What's her name?
Faith Anderson.
Faith Anderson. And who is she? Is she based on anybody in particular?
You know, I get asked that quite a bit because she's a blonde like me, same body type and everything, so people jump to conclusions that I based her off of myself. I had no intention of basing her off of myself. But I tell people it's hard as an author not for you not to come out in your characters because they're coming from you.
Right.
So.
Okay. Now, how long has your book been out?
It's been out since July 2014.
And it's doing pretty good.
It's doing great.
Matter of fact, you got a following, don't you?
Yes.
Matter of fact, they're waiting for the sequel, aren't
Yep,
they?
that's what I was going to say. The sequel is getting ready to come out soon, hopefully, in about probably 3 to 4 months. I just finished it up.
Did you?
Yes.
Because the last time we talked, you were still working on it.
Yeah, I worked the bugs out, and I'm getting pretty happy with it. Yeah. So I've been telling everyone to stay in tune with me and get ready for it.
What's the title of the book?
The sequel will be Fabled Deceptions.
Fabled Deceptions. All right. Any hints?
Well, what I can tell you, without giving too much away, is the first book you're being introduced to the fabled environment.
Right.
In the sequel, you're being introduced to more of the fabled families. You start to be introduced to the Greeks. I actually have a voodoo god that makes an appearance. Cool. The Egyptians make an appearance. So we start to learn more about the other
various
families.
fables and stuff.
Yes.
Excellent. Sounds good. Now, besides that, you have some children's books.
Yes.
Let's talk about those.
I have 2 children's books. One is called Leo's Tiger that should be releasing in about 2 to 3 months. I actually signed all the paperwork and we're getting ready to start formatting it.
Cool.
So everyone can look forward to that.
Leo's Tiger. Tell me about it.
It's about a little boy with a wild imagination. He plays a lot, and everything he plays with starts to become more because of that imagination. Okay. And in Leo's Tiger, he discovers a tiger in his backyard. Oh. So it's kind of a little bit of an adventure.
An adventure for it.
Yes.
Cool. Age group for that. What are we looking at?
For me personally, when I write my children's books, I write them for any age, including adults. Okay. Because in the end, the adults are the ones reading the book to the children. So you have to be a little bit entertained as well.
You know, Jesalyn, that's something that is very important, and I don't think a lot of people realize that for a parent to spend time and read to a child will create within that child a desire to read more as they grow up.
Yes, absolutely.
And so writing books like that for parents to read, that's a pretty good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you got another one coming out too, huh?
I have another one that we're working on. It's called Just Like My Daddy, and it's actually the first in a series, which is Just Like My Mama and Just Like My Grandma. So it's about children relating to their parents and their grandparents and mimicking them. And it was inspired by my son.
Cool.
Yes.
What's his name?
Jared.
Jared. How old is Jared?
4.
4.
Fun age.
Oh, you're gonna have lots of fun.
Yes.
Lots of fodder for new books, I'm sure.
Absolutely. In fact, he actually inspired all of them, but the storyline for Leo's Tiger was actually, he kind of co-wrote it with me.
Did he really?
Yes. He's
that's
very creative.
Cool.
He gets it from his mom. Yeah.
Does he get credit on the...
He does.
He does?
Yes.
Oh, very good. So maybe he'll grow up and be an author in his own right someday.
That's what he tells everyone. He says, I want to be a writer just like my mom. She's an author, and I want to be an author.
Ooh,
so I'm like,
very
hey.
Good. Great. How do I get your books?
Right now, Fabled Desires is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble in paperback and ebook format. Okay. And then if you want to buy locally, I really encourage everyone to buy locally. You can purchase copies at Mixed Messages Art Gallery by Kathleen Maddox in Sanger.
In Sanger?
Yes.
Okay.
And then a book barn in Clovis carries copies as well.
Okay.
So you can go either way.
Uh-huh.
Once Fabled Deceptions and the children's books are released, they'll be available online in e-format as well. The children's books will be e-format too.
Jesalyn, you mentioned that, some of your fans have, interacted with you. If they want to do that, how does, I've got this book, it's great. How do I interact with the author of that book?
I do lots of events for book signings,
Yep.
and I plan on doing more readings when the children's books come out.
Mhm.
If you follow me on my Facebook and my Twitter and website, I keep everyone very well informed of upcoming events.
How do I get a hold of you on Facebook?
Facebook, it's facebook.com/Jesalyn May Harper.
Okay.
On Twitter, it's Jesalyn M. Harper.
Okay.
And then my website is JesalynMayHarper.com.
Okay, and then I can, through any of those, I can kind of keep up with what's going on with you, your calendar, stuff like this?
Absolutely.
And any sneak peeks or insights to what's coming out, right?
Yes, and I actually have an event coming up on January 30th with the Sanger Art Hop. I have some of my artwork that's going to be on display, and I am going to be selling and autographing books.
Hold your horses. What kind of artwork?
I actually paint, and I'm a sculptor. I do bone art, so I bleach bones and then paint designs on them and everything. And I also do photography.
Wow.
Yes.
Very diverse.
Yes.
That's
very
great.
Much.
What's your favorite art project that you've worked on?
Right? Well, it's kind of a draw between the two. I love sitting down and painting. That's kind of my relaxing yoga for me.
Okay.
But I'm a photographer for landscapes, and usually when I take my photography pictures, I'm on a trip, I'm traveling, and I love traveling.
Well, that's great.
So,
Well, that's wonderful. Welcome. Thank you
you.
for being on the show. This is good. I'm glad you came back for another go-around. We learned a little bit more. Is there anything else that we want to know before you take off?
just follow me and stay in tuned. Anytime I have interviews like this or I have events, you'll be able to find them and you guys can follow me.
You betcha we will. Well, that's it. Thank you again.
Thank you.
We'll see you when we come back.